Good morning. My name is Trey Ricks, team leader of Team Bethune Cookman University, and today we'll be presenting our growth strategy proposal for Coinsource. At this time, I'll let my team introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Latoya Campbell.
Good morning, I'm Tanaya Dennis.
And I am Iris Jones.
Coinsource offers a safe and easy ease of technology for cryptocurrency for both consumers and also for the business partners that they have. We have developed a SWOT analysis to help us come up with our growth strategy, in which I'll let Ms. Jones tell you more about.
Thank you, Mr. Ricks. Coinsource has a AAA. ATM size that's no more than 2 feet in a store location, awareness of the brand in just 5 short years after placing its ATM in Las Vegas. The application to become a member takes less than 6 minutes. Their compliance team is very important to ensure FIC and state compliance with anti-money laundering laws. Coinsource has a presence in 44 states with high activity in New York, with the most important convenience due to having unlimited access to ATMs in less than 10 minutes away from your home or office. Mr. Ricks, will you please tell us more?
No problem. Coinsource's main challenges lies within its lack of locations and lack of digital. Coinsource's competitors such as Lamasu and General Bytes boast over 1,000 locations, not including those in the United States. Economic and tourist hubs such as Germany and France, love France, they will offer greater marketability for Coinsource if they would have more expansion to its locations. A digital wallet will also help the ease of funds, and with blockchain technology, help in the recording of transactions to help us do rewards purchases. Ms. Campbell, can you elaborate more on the opportunities?
Thanks, Jay. Well, Coinsource brands themselves on knowing their customers. As you can see from the graph, these demographics make up most of the world's population. To see the opportunities that Coinsource can use to grow, we thought we should allow businesses to know what type of customers they would be getting by partnering with Coinsource. Some of the opportunities that are open to Coinsource is to market towards businesses that are diverse and have food brands that are marketable to their target customers. For starters, malls see a lot of different people from different ages and different genders. USAA Bank is a crypto-friendly bank, which would add diversity to the type of locations that Coinsource has already implanted their machines in. On the other hand, when we're thinking about brands, each demographic is different. For example, Forbes says that 66% of millennials, meaning 54.2 people in the world today, would only notice brands that are online. Wow, which is good for businesses such as Fashion Nova, which although they have in-store locations, they market or advertise most of their products online. On the other hand, Gen X and baby boomers, they are at a time in their lives where they have a lot of so they can market to luxury brands like Armani, because they wouldn't change brands as easily as some like Gen X or millennials would. However, we also think that we should market towards chain restaurants and concert halls, because these are places that not only see a diverse customer base, but they are also places that are family and friend acceptable, meaning lots of generations would allow them to come. And Tanaya, would you like to further our analysis?
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. With Coinsource being up to speed with everything else in the marketing area, we found 3 threats that can harm the growth of Coinsource. One being their lack of online access. Without online access, Coinsource cannot reach the exact demographic they would like to reach. For example, the social media outlet Instagram lets its users create a business profile to specifically pick the demographic they want to in their state. No debit or credit card usage. Another Bitcoin ATM provider known as General Bytes accepts debit or credit card. If a customer comes inside of a store with no actual cash, that leads them to go to another Bitcoin provider, General Bytes, and that loses out on one customer from Coinsource. Host advertisement and attraction. Recently, we went to a nearby convenience store and there was no signs outside of the store as well as no display inside of the store of Coinsource being there. It was actually in the back of the store towards the corner. Without any notice of it being there, no one would know it would be there. Because of our SWOT analysis, we have came up with a strategy called Coinsource Growing Bit by Bit. Irish, can you tell us more?
We have coined the phrase bit by bit. The three marketing areas are promotion, increased accessibility, and customer experience. Ms. Dennis, are you ready to tell us about PIC?
Yes. Some promotion strategies we came up with are use of celebrities. Celebrities have very unique ways to market out to their fans. Seminars and webinars, at the time where COVID-19 seems like it's taking over, Coinsource can use webinars to reach out to their own different demographic and different people through the internet. Customizing their Bitcoin ATM inside of stores, they could put a list of benefits around the ATM as well as signs outside of the store. Educating the host is probably another way that can help so that it can be mentioned to the customers as they walk in. Now to Mrs. Campbell.
Thanks, Ms. Dennis. Well, to grow Coinsource bit by bit, there needs to be a growth in the amount of machines available, which we decided is possible through each of these businesses. How are we doing this? We're partnering with businesses that are chain stores, malls, and restaurants. Why are we choosing these businesses to do? Well, based on our SWOT analysis, our group saw the strength and opportunities by marketing to chain stores, malls, and restaurants. Not only are they diverse, but they all hold brands that are marketable. Due to the coronavirus at this time, we see how important it is how important and essential places like Chick-fil-A and Shell's gas station are. While everything else is closed at the moment, those are the only places that are still open. So fast food restaurants with the ability of drive-through and gas stations like Shell would lie in line with the interest of customers gaining foot traffic for Coinsource target customers, the businesses, while allowing Coinsource to move around the globe. Now, Ms. Jones, would you like to finish us off?
Thank you. Loyalty programs aren't just to make patrons happy. They can also help gather important purchasing information on the buying habits of the customer. This will help shape business strategies. Brand loyalty leads to you to have positive reviews that will help your business revenue and earn new customers. Supermarkets like Winn-Dixie use this information to know what promotions and messages to send you. Travel agencies like Expedia also use this to send you deals that you might like. Baby boomers are loyal followers. Don't overlook the importance of emotional attachment when choosing which rewards you'll be offering. Your company has to have a clear, defined mission or cause. Chances are that your loyal customers will have that too. Social media platforms such as YouTube have around 70% of baby boomers who use that outlet more than any other social media, even LinkedIn. This outlet could celebrate customers and help them for years to come. International growth areas like Africa, some of the largest consumer markets like Nigeria, Egypt, Ethiopia, and South America, to name a few. For example, Ethiopia has been reported to be one of the fastest growing economies in the last decade, with an average of 10.5% growth marketing. By offering a diverse set of opportunities to globally grow companies, this would allow the international clients to perform routine transactions with your ATMs. Mr. Ricks, could you complete our analysis?
No, there's another. I got you. So, with a total market capitalization of over $200 billion, it's no secret that Coinsource is a cryptocurrency giant. But through our growth strategy, Coinsource bit by bit, we believe that Coinsource can go even further through strong promotion campaigns, enticing demographics, both old and young, having that accessibility ranging from your local convenience store, your favorite stadium, to even your local movie theater, and providing a strong customer experience that focuses on rewards. Coinsource's ever-growing blockchain technology, we believe, can greatly grow can greatly grow Coinsource, not just only person by person, but bit by bit. Thank you and for your time. And we will open this for now for questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, guys. All right, so we're going to open up for questions now from the judges. If anybody wants to kick it off, we'll leave it open mic, and so you know, I've toggled it to view who's talking so that you can actually see the specific person who's talking. Any questions from the judges?
I have a question.
Hello, Crystal.
Hi. Wonderful presentation, guys. Great job putting together this virtual presentation. It was a nice flow. I do have a question about how would you approach the businesses to try to partner with them for marketing?
Well, I think that as our group, when we saw that each of the, as we know that Coinsource knows the customers, kind of telling the businesses that these are the customers that they would be getting. And so not only would them partnering with us bring in like benefits, but also it benefit them because they would get an increase in foot traffic. As we can see with like the stores that Coinsource has already put their machines at, which are like we've seen gas stations and others that they have already put their machines at, it has increased the foot traffic, which also brought in like more people. And so having a kiosk like this, it will be their kiosk kind of, but it will have like a white glove take on it, but it will also bring in more people for them.
Thank you.
I have a question. There's a saying in the software industry, at least, it's better to own your own backyard than to try to be in other people's backyards. I'd say that as a metaphor to your position on more expansion in America versus international expansion. Obviously, international, setting aside regulatory restrictions or even the absence of any regulations at this point for Coinsource to approach, what would you choose? American expansion, given the population density here, versus international expansion?
I can take this one. I would say more international expansion, more so in the fact that currency, as it comes in, the value currency is always going to increase throughout the years. And we feel like it's very important to get that international customer base, get that set. Because once you get that set, you open up the market for everything. You know, like companies who usually start off focusing only America, they expand. You know, it's just evolution. They end up growing more. You know, and those companies that go once in the international route, those are the ones that's getting all that funds and all that resource and all that money coming in to them to keep growing.
Okay, so just on the presumption I accept your argument, which area of international would you propose would be the first targeted area? Those being, for example, Latin America, you know, kind of the Australasia area, or Europe?
Oh, greatly Europe. Europe is a very vast and rich country in terms of its resources and its economic growth. So I would definitely say Europe. Start with them. Yes, sir.
Okay.
However, I would also extend out to regions in Africa. I do see that, as I stated, Ethiopia has a fast-growing rate, and I do feel that in regions of the African continent would be a great area to expand as well.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for the presentation. I wrote down a lot of things that I really like hearing. I do have a question about the. Let me turn on the camera. I do have a question about specifically Africa. Great point on mentioning that. I know that in the Q&As, the talking sessions last week and the week prior, I had a handful of teams. ask about that. My question to you is, how do you see the African continent evolving? What are some of the things that you see as the next 5 to 10 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 10 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 20 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 30 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 40 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 50 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 60 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 70 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 80 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 90 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 100 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 1,000 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 1,000 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 1,000 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 1,000 years? What are some of the things that you see as the next 1,000 ye are you suggesting that we focus our the buying and selling of Bitcoin, which is our standard and original business model that we're doing right now, or the remittance aspect that I had touched on during the Q&As? Do you think that Africa and the economies there and the countries there are an ideal market to be buying and selling crypto, or do you think that they're looking more for a store of value right now?
They are looking for more or less an area, and I believe we talked about the ATM machine itself. Having access to something like that will be great for the area. If they're able to do more expanding on reaching out to businesses that are trying to grow, an ATM that is able to connect financially throughout the world would be great to start out in a place like Ethiopia or Nigeria.
Okay, thank you. And one last question from me. During the presentation, you mentioned a couple times loyalty programs, and then you went into social media platforms. Would you mind expanding on the loyalty program incorporated with how you tie that into social media specifically?
Well, with YouTube, you are able to advertise or connect with any of those channels and find an actual niche audience to advertise and grow with your loyal customers, such as baby boomers. They utilize YouTube a lot more than they use what I would have perceived as being LinkedIn. Once looking further into the research, YouTube was utilized much, much more.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Quick question from me, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Again, great job. We appreciate the hard work and working as a team and collaborating on this project. You mentioned in the presentation visiting a store or a collection of stores, and you'd recommend working with the host on advertising. In the convenience store gas station market, there is a bit of noise, with respect to marketing, lottery, whatever deals and promotions are going on. How would you guys approach the store owners and position some host advertising opportunities?
For them to put our ATM inside the store? Is that what you're asking, sir?
To market that the Coinsource machine is in the store. I think there's an observation in the presentation that you visited a location and you wouldn't know that the Coinsource machine was there. It was in the back of the store and so forth.
Oh yes. We probably asked to put like a sign outside of the store, because the store we visited, there was nothing outside of the store at all. There was no mention that it was there. It wasn't even mentioned to us that it was there. We just walked around the store and found it. To put like some type of setup around it with the benefits and what it is and explaining what it is around it.
I like this idea of the webinars that we are able to connect globally. I believe one of the judges is in a whole nother time zone. And I think being able to see each other on webinars or connecting through emails, even phone calls, approaching owners in this realm would be ideal as well.
It would also help for connecting with the businesses and allowing more people to be knowledgeable of what Coinsource is and using the kiosks and how they can use the kiosks.
That is true, because with that information, it makes it more easier for them to market it to the customers too. So once they get that business to business done, then they can go to B2C business to customers, to consumers as well. Because that's the only way they can market that the machine is there if the business knows what it is.
Great. Thank you.
Right.
I had another question regarding the host. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I like the idea of the host education you mentioned. I think it kind of goes along with our discussion on the advertising. And I was curious, the host education is kind of outside the scope of obviously what they do. How would you incentivize them to participate in education, and what would the scope of that education be? Would it just be, educating them on Bitcoin and Coinsource, or even beyond on how they can discuss it with their customers, different ways they can bring it up, literally like talking points, even beyond just basic training on what is it that Coinsource offers. And been incentivizing them to even participate in such a training.
All right, folks. We're just about at time here, so we just wanted to thank the Cookman team for doing an incredible job and being so professional and really turning this around very quickly. So thank you so much, guys. We'll be able to provide you with a lot of great feedback after the debrief tomorrow. But until then, we wish you best of luck, and we hope this is really nice that you were one and done. First session's now over, and that you can breathe a little easier and make the most of your time as you wind down during the competition.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, everybody. Great presentation.
Thank you, judges. I'm Cassandra Stroy, their faculty advisor, and I appreciate everything that you've done with them. This has been a great experience. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you.